Welcome to the 4th season of the Wild West Bass Trail. We kick it off on Shasta Lake.
Another big one.
This one you're about to leave.
Woo! Nailed him. Oh, God. Yeah! Yeah!
You're either on the big ones or you're not.
That's a fat fish.
30,000 acres, 365 miles of shoreline. This is the SuperClean Showdown on Shasta.
Got him.
This is a good one.
Shasta Lake is California's largest reservoir with over 365 miles of shoreline. This tournament is a 5-fish limit. Bass must be 13 inches in length and weights will be added after each day. After 2 days, the full field will be cut down to the top 10 pro and co-anglers. Day 1 of the SuperClean Showdown on Shasta saw Joey Reggio come to the scales with a respectable 14.67 pounds, which is good for 3rd place. Greg Gutierrez is always a heavy hitter on Shasta, and he ended day 1 with 15.29 pounds. And Alex Niapas ended the day with an impressive lead with over 20 pounds.
Caught 2 big ones right off and ran around after that, got a limit. You know, I had a 13, 14 pound limit, and then I started running new water, throwing the big baits.
But the wind is a factor. If I can play the wind and it stays windy today, I might have a good bag today.
These fish change in a heartbeat. Spotted bass always just are moving around. Cloud cover will make them change, drop down, come up shallow. I think it's going to be slightly tougher today for the finesse bite, but I think it's going to potentially be better for the reaction bite.
But I just wanted something to separate myself, and I was lucky. I got a good bite, caught another 4-pound fish, and that pretty much anchored it up. So I'm pretty happy with that. And
it's a warm breeze. It's I don't know what the temperature is. It feels like it's close to the high 40s and blowing about 10 miles an hour. It's only going to help.
Day 2 of the SuperClean Showdown is underway. Current leader Alex Niapas and co-angler Tim Dominguez start their morning in the Pitt River Arm, chasing that early bite.
This is actually only my third time fishing this lake. And so the second time we came up was for the Wild West team tournament this year. We got on throwing these, throwing the big baits, and we got a good pattern, and we ended up winning it. I did catch an 8-pound largemouth, and then I came up here Wednesday, fished Wednesday morning and Thursday, and it took me a long time to figure them out. Yeah, these fish have gotten wise. We're gonna have to make a move.
Sitting in 2nd place, Greg Gutierrez is no stranger to Shasta and is starting on a school of bass near I-5 overpass, looking for more.
it's just a game of time and chess moves, and I'm just trying to make sure I can keep in the fish and give myself an opportunity to catch a good one while I'm waiting to go after those other ones. But I can tell you this, yesterday, there wasn't anybody over here. Today, there's plenty of people over here.
Joey Reggio is sitting in 3rd place right now and has been using everything from an A-rig to a shaky head to catch the bass in Shasta.
We didn't have this wind that we have now first thing in the morning, and I caught them real good first thing in the first hour yesterday morning on an A-rig. We needed 3 things for that A-rig bite to happen. 1 is wind, 2 is low light, and 3 is luck. This wind didn't seem to really get rolling until the sun was pretty well up, and caught only 1 small fish on it. But after catching a big bag first thing yesterday morning, it was hard to put it down. You're gonna be close, but when you have 4, a 13-incher looks pretty good. It's a far cry from yesterday's bag, but happy to have him for now.
Fish. Big one, dude. Come on, baby. It's coming over here. Here it comes, dude. Oh, God. Yeah! Yeah! Woohoo! Look at that thing. Can't guarantee I'll win this tournament, but I guarantee I got big fish.
Don't go anywhere. The action is just getting started on Lake Shasta.
Net.
Fish. Oh my God, another big one.
For over 30 years, Lucas Oil has provided the very best products for the land and sea. From this success stems another amazing product from the Lucas Marine lineup, Lucas Slick Mist Marine Speed Wax. Just spray it on and wipe it off. Lucas Marine Speed Wax will make your boat look brand new and provide great UV protection. Apply Lucas Marine Slick Mist to wet and dry surfaces in sunlight or shade. It's ideal in both fresh and saltwater application and prevents hard water deposits. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
At Mercury, we've spent 844,419 hours reshaping power. And this will give you powers you never knew you had. Powers over Mother Nature, powers over the laws of physics, even the power to impress your kids. Introducing the all-new V8 Mercury 4-stroke. Light, quick, efficient. Mercury, go boldly.
We've paired one of the most iconic hulls in the history of bass boats with a proven lineup of trusted accessories. We're bringing you best-in-class value and performance, leaving others in your wake. Turnkey value, turnkey performance. The Pantera 2 is an overachiever in the 19-foot category. Once you hit the throttle, you'll feel the rush, and there's no looking back.
The Wild West Bass Trail is brought to you by Lucas Oil, made in America, sold to the world. General Tire, anywhere is possible. SuperClean, super fast, super easy, super clean. Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, because what you fish matters. And by P-Line.
Hi, my name's Lori Baker. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Redding Convention and Visitors Bureau, and I'm here to welcome the Wild West Bass Trail fishermen, anglers. We're happy to showcase and show you our area and talk to you about it. Right now we're at Turtle Bay Exploration Park, and this place is fabulous. We're educating about the fish so that people know it's more than just something that swims in the water. If you're an angler and you want to come to the area, Redding's a great place to stay. And then doesn't matter if you go north, south, east or west, there's going to be some amazing fishing. And Turtle Bay specifically, where we're standing, is right next to the Sundial Bridge. It's a beautiful pedestrian glass bottom bridge. We really care about our fish and the habitat of our fish, so we didn't want any pylons in the river. So it's a wonderful place for people to stand and watch the fishermen down below. And so everything in this area is meant to showcase what's indigenous to our area, including our animals over at the other side of the park here at Turtle Bay. Most were rescued and they're local to the area. Besides coming up to fish, we do welcome our anglers all year long. Our lakes are always open, but also our families that kayak, fish, hike, come enjoy Turtle Bay. If you want to take a look at what there is to do before you visit, you can go to visitredding.com.
Alex Niapas had a huge first day of the tournament, and now he has an 8.5-pound spotted bass in the box. Let's see how the current leader is doing.
Fish. Dude, another big one. Oh, it's just another. Feels like a largemouth. Oh my God, it is a largemouth.
That's awesome.
We're going to Sizzlers.
Gonna quit now?
No, I'm gonna put it on them. I think I'm gonna. Look at that thing.
This is a heavy fish.
That thing has to be 11. Wow. Oh my God. Look at this. So I got about 24 pounds already for 3. I'm gonna fill out a limit and keep throwing it till I get a limit of swim bait fish. And if somebody could beat that, they earned it.
Currently in second place, Greg Gutierrez is mixing his baits between a swim bait and plastics, looking for a big bite.
The primary goal here is to catch a big one. That's what I'm trying to do, throwing a swim bait. Looking for a big aggressive fish up shallow. And I'm just covering the bank doing that. Meanwhile, while I'm doing that, I'm watching my graph. I mean, eyes glued to the Lowrance, and then if I see a good mark in there that looks like it's worth throwing on, I'll throw on it. I'm fishing and fishing, and I'm watching and looking, and that was a nibble. Net. That's what I'm talking about right there. So here's the deal. I got hit with this on the swim bait. He didn't execute. I turned around and followed up with this reaction innovation, kind of a matching color. Fish ate it. Not bad. Gonna make it to that game, that day 3 game day on Wild West.
With thousands of baits and colors to possibly choose from, pro angler Joey Reggio likes to keep things simple in his boat.
Just a little football head, green pumpkin skirt, green pumpkin trailer. I like green pumpkin. Keep my color selection pretty minimal. Some of my fishing partners really love to carry 1,000 different colors of worms in the boat, but I keep it pretty simple. About came out of my shoes on that one. I don't think they're getting any bigger. Not what we need. We need his mama or his grandmama. Grandmama would help. The scale says I have 7 pounds right now. And I think to make day 3, I need to pull up at least 2 more pounds.
It's time for anglers to come into Bridge Bay Marina and weigh their bass for the SuperClean Showdown. All eyes are on Alex Niapas to see what his limit of bass will weigh.
Total bag coming in for Alex. Our leader had 13.58 on that big 30.22, 30.22, man. Great job, sir.
With an 832 spotted bass and a 1358 largemouth, Alex Niapas has set a commanding lead over the rest of the field. Greg Gutierrez now sits in second place with 25 pounds, and Joey Reggio remains in third just behind Greg.
This is one of those days where it's you dream about. I honestly have no clue. I mean, it doesn't seem real.
Championship Sunday of the SuperClean Showdown is right after this.
At Mercury, there are no limits to the lengths we'll go to make sure you have no limits either. Unlimited adrenaline, unlimited fun, unlimited weekend. Except maybe having to go home eventually. Introducing the all-new V8 Mercury Pro XS. Light, quick, efficient. Mercury, go boldly.
General Tire was born more than 100 years ago, right here in America. We've spent the last century tackling every kind of road this country has to offer, and especially the places without roads. So you know that with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Hey everyone, SuperClean Pro Alex Klein here. First thing I do when I get off the water, grab a bottle of SuperClean. Take a couple sprays, spray it on your boat, grab a rag, quick wipe down. Works super fast and super easy. Keeps your boat looking sharp on and off the water. I highly recommend a bottle of SuperClean today.
Just go from there. I just go by feel every day, and it's been working out.
It's an amazing experience to fish against these guys. I mean, you got some of the best fishermen on the West Coast fishing here.
Alex is just on a whole nother level, so we're just gonna go out and have fun today.
Obviously there's 13 pounders in the lake. If I just go out and catch 5 13 pounders today, maybe I can win.
I'd love to be sitting here with a better opportunity to shoot for number 1, but number 2 is looking really good right now. So.
It's one of the weirdest lakes. You could go anywhere and catch fish. Probably one of the best fisheries I ever fished. And then throw in 5-6 pound spots. It's amazing.
Boats are in the water, baits are tied on. It's Championship Sunday of the SuperClean Showdown on Lake Shasta. Alex Niapas leads the field with over 25 pounds. However, only 2 pounds separates the rest of the field from second place down to 10th place. Alex begins his morning with a large swim bait and a 6-inch worm back in the Pitt River arm.
Then off of here, there's a rock pile, more heavy rock, and it has one little stick up. And big spots are on this
There was a nice school of spots here, but usually by now I've got bit. Hello. Thank you, sir. Not bad. 1.6. That's not bad.
As Alex and his co-angler Bill Townsend start off with a slower morning bite, we head to Greg Gutierrez, who has found a school of bass early in the day.
Been having some good limits, 10, 11, 12 pound limits that I've been able to catch early in practice, and that's been diminishing. The bite seems to be getting a little funky, is the best term I can use. It literally is, they're short striking it and they're not committing to this bait. I've been doing a little follow-up with the baits and getting some of those bites back. I'm kind of hoping that we can get some of those followers to commit. Yeah, he'll go. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, he's good enough. Number 2, nailed it.
Greg Gutierrez and his co-angler Richard Leal continue to work on a school of bass, while pro angler Cliff King is off to a good start in his first Wild West event.
I can't tell. They all fight so good, these bass, spotties.
Pretty close, man.
Yeah, he might help a little bit, but I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Not very big, but he might help. He might help. Not by much, but every ounce counts on this lake. Mwah. All right. I'll tell you what, this is my first Wild West Pro-Am, and you guys run a great circuit out here. Really smooth. Definitely the best in the West.
Pull, yeah, he's starting to pull a little harder. Yeah, 12 and a half now. 12 and a half inches, right? Look at that. Nailed him. Right through the beak. He might go. We'll see here real quick. Got to start somewhere. I'm going to start right there.
Jim Riley is trying to upgrade his limit. Jim only trails second place by less than 2 pounds.
You can get yourself all spun out, and like try a million different things, but I just try to stay with what's working and keep grinding. And the quality of the fish that I was getting in those areas kind of went by. It's like I don't know where they went, how that happens. It varies from 5 to 45 feet. They're just scattered up and down and along these banks. They go along, nothing, and all of a sudden you hit a little pocket of them, catch a few fish, and then on down the bank you go. I think he might help me. Yeah, might. Put him on a scale real quick.
Some of these fish have bait in them. Some of them have, like he said, crawdads in. There's another one. Grow, baby, grow, grow, grow. Uh-oh, uh-oh. That's a pretty good one. That's a coal fish right there, boy. Don't spit it, don't spit it. Yeah, yeah, woo. Yeah. Just when you're about to leave. Woo, yeah. That's a fat fish. Full of, I'm assuming full of bait. It looked like a shad. By the looks of the tail, it looks probably about 3 inches long or so, but that's what I'm after right there, 2 1/4. That'll definitely help me.
Championship action continues next on the Wild West Bass Trail.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
When shooting extreme long range, I can always depend on my Macmillan ELR Beast.
Macmillan fiberglass stocks, molding the way America shoots.
Want to achieve the highest performance out of your outboard engine? Introducing the newest product from the makers at Lucas Oil, Marine Fuel Treatment and Injector Cleaner. Lucas Marine Fuel Treatment stabilizes fuel and eliminates corrosion. It cleans and lubricates the complete fuel system. Perfect for marine outboard applications. Eliminates the need for higher octane fuels and will not void your warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
The Wild West Bass Trail is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly. Lowrance. See what's possible. Fitzgerald Fishing. Not just another rod. Power Pole. Swift, silent, secure. And by Protect the Harvest. We're halfway through Championship Sunday for the SuperClean Showdown, and Alex Niapas has a commanding lead ahead of second place. However, his swim bait bite seems to have disappeared on this final day.
Yeah, probably want the net. Thank you, sir. Morning hasn't gone that well. They weren't biting the swim bait, and now I'm gonna just try to fill limit and wait for the afternoon and hopefully catch a couple big ones in. And then hopefully my co-angler catches one or two. So hopefully this afternoon we're gonna run into some big ones. We're at least gonna have opportunity.
Two-time Lucas Oil Western Classic champion Bryant Smith has a limit of bass already late in the morning, but is now slowing his pace by throwing soft plastics.
Starting the year off right, starting with some momentum. It's always nice to have, because usually the first one at Shasta, I always middle of the pack, lower than that sometimes. I just struggle here in the winter sometimes, and it's nice to get off to a good start, get the ball rolling. Every morning I start out with a spinnerbait or a little rage swimmer, but I tried that this morning. I got a few bumps on it, but they weren't eating it. I couldn't get them to hook up, so I had to slow down. This is just a little 3/16 shaky head. Angry a little bit. That might help a few ounces. In Shasta, every ounce counts. A little half a pound right there, quarter of a pound. That'll work.
Mark Gomez caught most of his tournament fish using a Ned rig, but after a lot of pressure on the lake, Mark is using mostly a drop shot.
The spot I've been fishing last 2 days, I think is pretty much fished out. Found some fish here, as you can see on the fish finder here on the Lowrance, but just don't seem to want to eat today. I've got a couple strikes earlier today right here, but they're just not eating the bait. They're just basically holding on to the tail. I think you need at least a 2.5 pound average right now, or for today, to stay where you're at or move up some.
With only 2.25 pounds separating the rest of the field, Greg Gutierrez is looking for a key bite to maintain his position.
So we started out throwing the swim baits this morning, looking for a big bite. That's what it is, and I just haven't been able to capitalize on that. So I'm just transitioning over. Had one fish early, hung on to that fish for a while, so pulled into this one point and we just banged out a bunch of fish here. We've been catching them like wildfire. Filled out a limit in probably another 20 minutes, and so now I think it's just going to be with the sun up the way it is. I think we're just going to be grinding it out. Looking for those concentrations. We'll have to bounce around, look for concentrations with bigger fish in it. And then I'm going to start visiting some of those haunts, those old haunts that I have where bigger fish tend to hang out, and we'll see if we can't put something together. I'm going to need probably, in my mind, at least 12 pounds to give myself a chance. Otherwise, these guys are so good, they'll move up. Somebody's going to move up. Weights are tight, they're close. One good bite, they're right on top of me and passing me up. So
it's time to crown our SuperClean Showdown champions. First up to the scales are the co-anglers. Richard Leal only needs 8.31 to beat out Eric Fernandez.
That's what's behind me. You got a champion. 9.34, your champion, Mr. Richard Leal.
Good job, man.
Richard Leal is the co-angler champion on Shasta with a 3-day total weight of 33.4 pounds. Now it's time for the pro anglers to weigh in, with all eyes on the current leader, Alex Niapas.
Another good day, man. 1181. Let's give him a round of applause. Your champion, Mr. Alex.
Alex Niapas wins the SuperClean Showdown with a 3-day total of 62.95 pounds. The key to Alex's massive success was his swim bait bite.
Yeah, it feels great to be the champion here. I fished with some of the best anglers in West. I had one of those weekends where everything's right. I was confident. I had found a lot of big fish, and everything went right. Even a day later, that 13-pounder, I still can't. It's going to take me a while to think about it and appreciate it. You know, I'll probably remember this for the rest of my life. It was one of those most memorable moments in my life.
Next time on the Wild West Bass Trail, we head to New Maloney's Reservoir.